Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm really excited to shoot this video. Last night I found out that Pat McGrath, the Pat McGrath, is holding a contest on Instagram. It is #backstage with Pat McGrath, where she is hand selecting a number of artists globally to come and assist her next season for Fashion Week. What you need to do in order to enter yourself into the contest is to recreate one of her more iconic runway looks. For the first entry that I will be submitting, I am going to utilize this look right here. As you saw in the image, the models had blonde, really high arched eyebrows, and their regular eyebrows were pretty much taken off. So this video is going to be broken down into two parts. I'm going to first show you how you can actually remove your eyebrows without actually removing your eyebrows, and then I'll do the actual look. So if you're interested to see how I recreate one of Pat McGrath's most iconic runway looks, stay tuned. Okay guys, so we are going to do the first part of this John Galliano Pat McGrath look. That is going to be blocking out our natural brows so that we can go ahead and overdraw the blonde eyebrow that each model had in the particular look. In order to do that, you're going to need a couple things. First, you're going to need a washable school glue stick. I just have the purple kind. You can use white, but the purple is going to allow me to see exactly where I'm placing the glue on my brow and on my skin, and I'll see how quickly it dries in between coats. It is going to be like a 1, 2, 3 coat process depending on how thick or thin your eyebrows are. You're also going to need some type of paint pot, paint base. This right here, I just mixed together Painterly and Bamboo paint pots from MAC. You're going to need a lighter color or 1 to 2 shades lighter concealer. This is a MAC palette that I have, and these are really pale concealers. So I'll be mixing 2 of these together in order to get 1 shade lighter. And then you're also going to need your choice of setting powder. Again, this will be a layering process. I'm not going to talk through this video, but it's pretty self-explanatory, and I'll try and go as slow as possible. I'm actually going to comb them for the first part of this down because we want to get the glue to go underneath. So I have now gone in 3 different times with the glue stick. I ditched my spoolie because it wasn't necessary for me to really have a spoolie. My eyebrow hairs pretty much went down on their own. I am going to go in one more time with the glue stick just to kind of get it as flat as possible. The goal is to really just flatten out all the texture in your brows, to get all your brows to really stick to the surface of your skin and to have the least amount of texture possible, because you're going to be going over that and making it a pretty smooth canvas. So next I am going to go ahead with my setting powder of choice. I would choose a loose powder, and I am going to go ahead and set my brows. This will help to also start to conceal the brows into your skin. So just on a setting brush, while the brushes are still, while the eyebrows are still a little bit tacky from the last layer that you put on, I'm gonna go ahead and pounce a little bit of powder over them. This will also help me to see where any extra texture is that I need to continue to go over with the glue stick. And there seems to be quite a bit more texture that needs to be covered. So once you have the powder on in place, you want to go ahead and just make sure that the glue is completely dry, and then we'll go over it one more time or as necessary. Okay, so the glue is now dry, but there's still a lot of texture up here, which I really want to smooth down. So I'm going to go in again for another layer of glue, but this time I'm going to take a quick spatula, just scrape a little bit of glue off the top, and I'm going to smooth down whatever residual texture is just not conforming to the no brow look with the spatula right on top of my brow to really smooth this bad boy out for the final and last time. Okay, you want to go ahead and let that dry about 3/4 of the way. At that point, you can go ahead and powder them and then let them completely dry, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so my brows are completely dry. I contemplated off camera doing another layer of glue and powder, but I'm pretty sure at that point my eyebrows would completely protest. You want to go ahead with your paint pot of choice, and I'm going to take a fluffy brush. And the paint pot is purely just to have the concealer adhere to your brows better. It's just going to add another layer. I'm going to pounce this on top of the brow, just like so, in the shape, in the natural shape that my brow is in right now. And, okay, so I told you in the beginning of this video that you want to take a concealer that's going to be about 1 to 2 shades lighter than you, but I'm actually going to go in with my regular heavy duty concealer, and this is Studio Finish Concealer by MAC in NC35. Okay, so that is the finished product. It's crazy. No eyebrows. I will tell you that this eyebrow is a little more janky than this one. It probably would have been a little bit more beneficial if I had gone over my brows probably 2 more times with the glue stick powder combination. It is super important if you are trying to recreate a no brow look and then dry your own eyebrows over it, that you really get down the hairs. They can be very tricky, but all in all, this is what you want to end up with, which is a clean canvas, which I have to start with. And that's how you can quickly get rid of your own brows, block out your own natural brows. Please leave below how you do your brow block out.